Okay, this is Category 4 and this is my chapter review of Shaman King Flowers chapter 20. I read this the other day, but I was meant to do the review yesterday, but I completely forgot about it. Oh well. So we get to see a decent amount in this, which I'm pretty happy about. We get to see what's happening with the others who are fighting Len's son, Tao Men, and so far it starts off with them seeing Hannah's body unconscious, he's not breathing, and they're just standing there, Johan, Gakko and Tao Men just standing there looking at his body. And funny bit is Tao Men's just standing with the other two and they just freak out asking why he's doing that, and that's because he says he's part of the team. And then Illumia or Anna the Third shows up and starts telling them that he is the son of Len and I'm Jean, I think her name is. I think that's how you pronounce it. And he has Basson and her spirit. I wrote it down. Shamash, something like that. The one that does all the punishment and torture kind of moves. And so he's standing there and he's talking with them, and Illumina's telling them to put Hannah in the back of a car they've got there so they can drive Hannah to the inn so he can stay in a room where he'll stay cool or warm, or so they can take him back to the inn and he can stay in this room that's supposed to be cool so he can keep a cool head, because she knows he's in another world at the moment dealing with personal stuff. And their reaction is why, because they can't even drive, they're not old enough. And that caught me, like, that made me laugh quite a bit. And it shows this in this Tao Men actually wants to be leader of the group, and then he's saying he can't be, it's Hannah's job, it's his responsibility, it's his position, so we have to just deal with it. So that kind of says something. And when they say about driving the car, Tao mentions about the two he caught up in the spiked chair move he did when they attacked him, and he says that they're not dead, they're just unconscious. I think his mother, or in general, he's not allowed to kill anybody. So that says a lot about his upbringing, that he's allowed to fight and stuff like that, but he's not allowed to kill anybody, which is pretty good to hear, to be honest. And I'm guessing that's why he might maybe attack Hannah, because he wants to be leader of the group and he wants the position and everything like that, like a big power thing like Len did. Len kind of wanted to be the big boss, the big powerful one and stuff like that. And although Yamen's only 7, so he's the youngest out of the group, but also one of the strongest out of them as well, which is pretty different from the original series. And then we flick back to Hannah and the army and the military guy back in the dream world, or technically Death, I think it's called. And they're there and the soldiers have shown up and they're fighting. The soldiers gone to attack, keeping them busy while Hannah runs for it. And Hannah's interested in why, starts thinking in his head, why would people fight just to die? There's got to be reasons for why they would do it. You have to fight for a reason, otherwise it doesn't make sense. So we see here that he slightly develops as a character, which I'm happy about, because his character kind of gets on my nerves. But his character's getting a slightly better, he's improving over time. He's actually thinking about stuff. He's not thinking just fight to fight. He's thinking of a reason why to fight. And so because he knows he's in this other realm, he just summons out a sword and he uses his oversoul, even though Midamaru's not there, and attacks this giant tank and cuts it clean in half. The other soldiers run away, and then Hannah gets into a discussion about the guy. And the guy asks him how he got a sword, and Hannah says that because they're in this world that he can do it. It's not real, and therefore anything is possible. So the guy stops, he's asking Hannah what's going on about the war. And Hannah says he doesn't know because the war, he's not interested in that kind of stuff. And it flicks to him he's asking Hannah for a favour and showing a dead pilot body in a broken up plane that looks like his one that they took in to repair. So I'm guessing he wants Hannah to go back to the real world and find his body or something, or do something for him, because he knows he's dead, it's shown he's dead, so they're definitely in another realm. And so I'm interested to see what his favour is to Hannah. Is he going to ask him to I don't know, put his body to rest, like bury it, find people he cares about and save them, or something like that? So it's really interesting to see, because we've seen that where Hannah's character's developed. Men's been kind of a part of the group. I don't know how he's going to react when he sees Hannah alive again, because they're not going to kill him off. Not at chapter 20, not by a long shot. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with the series. Hannah's developing a little bit, so I'm hoping that'll be much better, especially when he gets Amida Maru back. Hopefully he does, or he gets his own spirit, which would be an interesting twist. I will admit that, and he gets maybe Amida Maru later on. That wouldn't be so bad, to be honest, if he got a different spirit. But I'm kind of mixed feelings about this. I'm just hoping that the story develops really well, and we get to see some crazy stuff in the next chapter. So this is basically what I've got to say on the story. I'm looking forward to next month's chapter, and looking forward to Hannah's character developing even more. This is Character Hero 4 saying thank you, like, comment, subscribe, and goodbye.